Let's break down MQTT in under 60 seconds. MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport. It's a lightweight messaging protocol designed for low bandwidth, high latency environments. Perfect for IoT. Instead of devices constantly checking for updates, MQTT uses a publish-subscribe model. Devices or clients publish messages to topics and other devices subscribe to those topics. At the center is the broker. It handles all message routing. This keeps connections efficient and scalable, even with thousands of devices. It's great for sensors, wearables, or smart home devices. Anything that needs to send small bits of data reliably and in real time. MQTT is simple, efficient, and built for IoT. That's why it's everywhere, from factories to your smart thermostat. In the world of IoT, devices need a lightweight and reliable way to communicate. That's where MQTT comes in. Let's understand how it works with the ESP32. First, the ESP32 connects to Wi-Fi. Then it establishes a TCP connection with the MQTT broker. This broker is usually running on a server or cloud platform like Mosquitto or HiveMQ. The ESP32 can publish sensor readings such as temperature or humidity to a specific topic. Other devices that subscribe to that topic instantly receive those updates. This structure makes IoT systems scalable and efficient. Devices only handle relevant data, reducing bandwidth and power use. In short, MQTT and the ESP32 form a powerful foundation for building connected systems that communicate fast, efficiently, and securely. The key advantage of MQTT is efficiency. It works well on low bandwidth or unreliable networks. Quality of service defines how reliably messages are delivered. There are 3 levels. QoS 0, at most once, where messages are sent without confirmation. QoS 1, at least once, ensuring the message arrives but possibly duplicates. QoS 2, exactly once, guaranteeing one delivery with higher overhead. By choosing the right QoS level, IoT developers balance reliability and network efficiency. MQTT's simplicity and scalability make it a cornerstone protocol in modern IoT systems. Let's understand publishing sensor data from a DHT11 connected to GPIO 16 of an ESP32 to an MQTT topic named an DHT11. We will also control an LED connected to GPIO 17 by subscribing to an on-off message. The ESP32 is programmed using the Arduino IDE and uses the Wi-Fi and PubSub client libraries to connect to a public MQTT broker. Once connected, the ESP32 reads temperature and humidity data from the DHT11 sensor. It publishes the readings to the DHT11 topic every 2 seconds. Meanwhile, it subscribes to another topic named LED, waiting for on or off messages. When MQTT Explorer is used to send on to the LED topic, the LED connected to GPIO 17 turns on. You can visualize this on MQTT Explorer. Let's understand how to use MQTT Explorer with HiveMQ as the broker. Open MQTT Explorer and click plus to add a new connection. Set the broker to broker.hivemq.com port 1883 and give your connection a name. Click connect. Once connected, you will see real-time topics from your device. Your ESP32 publishes sensor data to MITI WPU ESP32 DHT11. Click the topic to view temperature and humidity values. To visualize data over time, right-click the topic and select Show Chart. MQTT Explorer will graph the values as they arrive. To control the onboard LED, publish to MITI WPU ESP32 the LED. Go to the Publish tab, enter the topic and send on or off as payload. Your ESP32 will respond by turning the LED on or off. MQTT Explorer makes it simple to monitor sensor data and control devices in real time, all in one place.